Good morning, friends, and thank you so much for coming back to school today. We are going to be doing a little more social studies, and today we're going to be doing something that we haven't really talked about in a little while. The last time we did it was back when we were in our classroom. All right, here is our I can statement for today. I can explain what the past and present are. I'm sure some of those words sound familiar. Let's read it one more time. I can explain what the past and present are. Now, the past and present, those explain different periods of time, right? Do you remember what the past is? What was the past? The past is something that happened long ago, right? So it already happened. What about the present? When I talk about the present, does that mean I'm going to give you a gift? No, I'm not going to give you a gift. The present is what's happening right now. So today, right now, today, that is the present, right? So things change. Things that were long ago, those are not the same as what is happening right now or today. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and look through some slides, and we're going to talk about whether we think that these things belong in the past or the present and how we know. Everybody should be able to see it says long ago versus today. So if something happened long ago, that was in the past. And if something's happening today, it is in the present, like we just talked about. Long ago versus today. Time changes our world. These pictures show objects from the late 1800s to early 1900s. So that's talking about the year. Does anyone know what year it is right now? It is 2020. So that happened a while ago. The 1800s and 1900s, that's long ago. Through discussions, compare and contrast the objects used long ago to the ones that are used today. So that just means we're going to go ahead and take a look at pictures and figure out where they belong and how we know. This is a picture of something long ago. How can you tell that this is long ago? Do you know what it is? It is a backpack. So we don't use that anymore to bring our things to school. We have backpacks that look more like this. I know a lot of you have superhero backpacks, Paw Patrol backpacks. Not so much this thing. Long ago. Do you know what this is? What could this be used for? Ah, it's a lunchbox. When you bring your lunch to school, do you carry it in this metal bucket thing? No, you probably have something that looks more like this, right? Or sometimes you bring it in like a shopping bag, but we definitely don't use this anymore. Long ago, what could this object be? And today, what was this? What are these? Pens, right? We use pens sometimes in school. We don't use them too much, but do we ever use something like this to write with? No, we usually use pencils and markers and pens that look like that. Long ago, what could this be? Oh, does this look familiar now? We use a lot of these, especially in guided reading when you come to the back table. So this is like their whiteboards and dry erase markers, but it's more of like a chalkboard over here. Long ago, what is this? I think some of you may be able to guess what this is because we still have some of these today. So even though there's a picture of a whistle over here, this is a bell. But think, when I call you in from recess, do I shake a bell and then you friends come running in? No, I blow my whistle. Long ago, what could this be? If you were paying attention during science the past couple of weeks, you might be able to figure that one out. It's a source of light. This was a lamp. Now, I don't think too many of us have lamps that look like this in our house. I know I don't. I have ones that look more like this that I can plug into the wall. Long ago. What is this? It's a key, right? Now, I have something that works the same way as a key that's even more current. When we go back into the building, do I need a key to open the door or do I do something else? No, I just beat my card, right? And then my card lets us in. Long ago. I think that we can all tell that these are eggs in here. Is this what our eggs came in? If you were to go to the store and buy eggs, is that what it looks like? No, we get an egg carton now. What could this be? Do you have any guesses? It's toothpaste. Does that look like the toothpaste that you used, or does your toothpaste come in more of a tube that you can squeeze? Long ago. This one could be tricky. What is this one? I was going to say dishwasher. No, a laundry machine. It could like wash and dry your clothes, right? That's not something that we usually have in our house anymore. Do you recognize what's in this thing from before? What might this box be? Oh, it carries your pencils and your pens. So your pencil case. So now this just says, what objects do you find to be the most interesting and why? So we saw a lot of different things from the past, right? So why don't you go ahead and think about what one was the most interesting? What one did you not know about? So in that PowerPoint, you were able to see a bunch of objects from a long time ago and objects that we use today, right? So one thing that we didn't really talk about is, why do you think things change so much? Were you thinking that too while we were looking at the pictures? Why do you think that we might have changed these things? Because over time, we find new and better ways of doing things and easier ways of doing things. So, for example, the eggs that you saw, they were all in a big basket. They might break kind of easily if they're in that. But now our new egg cartons, they're easy to move places. You can put them in your fridge. The eggs don't break, right? So we find new, better, easier ways of doing things. And that's why so much changes. So before we go, can you remember, what does it mean when I talk about something from the past? Long ago. What about the present? Today, right? So you should be able to say, I can explain what the past and present are. You should be able to say that now. After we went through all of those slides, after we talked about it, you should have a good understanding about what those words mean. So what you can do now, you can go back onto the website, check out the choice board, pick one activity to do that you can help practice and review what we just did, and then you can come and join me on Zoom.